Okay.
Recording in progress.
So, we've got some good topics this week, and I'm going to hit on 3 of them. And so the first one is I had one of the athletes was having swelling in one of his joints. Now, this may not pertain to all of you, but it'll pertain to some of you, and the principles I think apply to a lot of you who are dealing with some volatile body parts or conditions that may unexpectedly flare up. So in this particular athlete's case, he was dealing with joint swelling. So actually filling the joint was getting swollen with training, and to top it off, we're having to peak for a big meet. So the question was, how much is this okay to push into to try to find that balance between performance and not flaring things up to the point where we have a significant setback. So with swelling, when the joint is literally getting inflamed and swollen, red, warmth, actually filling the joint, other than just sensitivity, we've got some considerations. So it's an automatic, for me, it's an automatic yellow flag. So if the joint feels full, if it feels like it has less range of motion than the other side, kind of feels like the knee kind of feels, things feel cramped, things feel stuffed in there. If you try to bend your knee, it doesn't go as far as the other side. For me, it's an automatic yellow flag. It's an automatic proceed with caution. Now, if sometimes with joint swelling, effusion, tissue effusion, exercise can kind of, pump things out, and the joint will feel better. You'll actually gain range of motion as you warm up and as you go. So that's a continue to proceed with caution if that's happening. Now, if the opposite happens, if you start to lose range of motion, then that's a hard stop. As you're going through your sets, the joint feels more full, it feels more swollen, you're starting to lose more range of motion. We need to cut that off. At the worst case scenario, you just move on to the next exercise. You shoot me a message and we'll figure out a plan B for next time. But you can also take the range of motion down. You can change the variation. So in this case, it was a weightlifter who's doing full squat, so we could change those to the power variations. So talk to me about having a plan B and a plan C when that happens, but just kind of take those acute swelling considerations into account. If things are getting worse as the sets go on, as opposed to warming up and feeling better, then we need to change something. And then shoot me a message if you have questions about that specific to your case. And then, so this is a good one. One of our athletes coming back from an acute shoulder injury, and